Hello, salut, j'espère que vous allez bien. Alors aujourd'hui on va découvrir Les Piliers de la Terre de Ken Follett, inspiré du livre du même nom. Apparemment il y a aussi une série, une mini-série qui est sortie en 8 épisodes je crois, qui est aussi tirée du livre qui a été publié dans les années 90. Alors, on va lancer le livre. Donc il y a 3 livres. 3 livres de quelques chapitres à chaque fois. Ouais, 21 chapitres en tout. On va faire sans tutoriel parce que je l'ai déjà fait. Il apprend juste les bases pour jouer. Shiring, Angleterre. 1135.
This should do. How do you feel?
Can't complain. After all, there's a cozy tree in my back.
But I promise, this will be the last fire. After tonight, it won't be trees anymore, but walls and a roof. In Shiring, I will find a job.
What if the bishop wants to hire you for life? To keep his palace in shape, but maybe strengthen the town's defenses? Plain things, Tom Builder. Just walls and roofs.
There. Took me a lifetime to find some dry ones in this wet. Why didn't we just use your staff? That old thing would have done nicely.
Because that thing is precious. It's not made to burn. And we might be able to sell it. Right, now let's see if this does the trick.
Ok, faire du feu.
Martha, you want to cut up some turnips? We'll be making soup.
If it helps.
Alfred, you go and look for water.
We could just eat snow.
No, it'll be proper water for my family. You sit, I'll take care of it.
You still haven't answered my question, Tom Builder. What if the bishop offered you a job like they did in Exeter? Something that is beneath your craft, but pays for a lifetime. Easy work.
Well, building something is never easy.
You know what I mean. After Exeter, you said I could create something that matters, something that stands for eternity, or I could die setting up houses and sheds. But what if houses and sheds would feed your family? Would you stay this time, or would you keep on looking?
You know I could do so much more.
You said the same thing then, and look where it brought us. Just promise me you'll think about it.
Je dois trouver de l'eau claire. Alors vous avez récupéré un indice. Les indices fonctionnent comme les objets. Utilisez un indice sur un personnage pour évoquer ce sujet avec lui. Utilisez-le sur un objet pour savoir si l'indice et l'objet peuvent être connectés.
Don't listen to me.
L'une des rares choses que nous n'avons pas encore vendues. Donc j'ai la roue ici.
Stupid snow.
On peut activer une seule chose à la fois.
should never have left.
Well, we're here now. Guess there's no use complaining.
On va aller chercher de l'eau.
Houses and sheds. Walls and roofs. Oh. I could do so much better. Harder, Tom, harder. But I have to feed my family.
Mom, what's keeping you?
Ok, on a récupéré la glace.
And did you think about what I asked you?
Dreaming of building a cathedral was foolish. When we get to Shiring, I'll take the job.
Why is a cathedral so special?
Well, you've seen a few. You should know.
Yes, but there are so many already. Why do you have to build another one? Is it because God needs more houses?
May I?
If you must.
Well. Actually, a cathedral isn't so different from any other house. It always starts simple, with some walls.
And on top of that, you put a roof.
Very good. A roof to keep off the rain, and walls to keep up the roof. Together that makes one big, long, but dark room. Like a cave. So of course you may want some light coming in.
Windows.
Right. So the people inside can see what they're doing.
I think you forgot something. People can't get in if there are only walls.
Right. That's why we mustn't forget the doors. And not only doors, but a big and impressive one to let in as many people as possible. By now we've carved quite a few holes in our cathedral. Unfortunately, not every building can carry a roof like that and have so many windows.
So what do we do?
Good and solid work. That's what we do. If we don't want our cave to collapse, we have to make everything perfect. Not only strong, but consistent and perfectly even. The walls, the roof, the windows, everything perfectly proportioned.
You shouldn't say big words like proportioned when talking to a child.
What does it mean?
It means beauty. Well, it means not only will it keep them dry, it will give them hope. Like this?
Mama?
The baby is coming.
But it's not due. Have your waters broken yet?
Soon after we started walking this morning.
You should have told me.
I'm so tired. I don't believe I can bring it into the world.
Vite, une sage-femme.
Oh, look at all the blood.
Alors, aider Agnès. Je peux pas faire grand chose.
Let me cover you. Children? Alfred. Get more water. Take snow if you must and make it warm.
Right.
What can I do?
Show your strength and remain steadfast.
I will.
Martha. Collect some reeds and make me 2 lengths of string, each big enough for a necklace.
What for?
You'll see. Right, what can I do to help?
Stay with me.
The water's warm now.
Put it next to me. What else can I do?
Just stay with me. Oh, your hands are cold.
I could warm them for you.
No, stay here, please.
I'm here with you.
I know. It's not long now. Be ready.
Remember when Martha was born and the Lady Isabella acted as midwife?
You were building a chapel, and you asked her to send her maid to fetch the midwife from the village.
Yeah, and she said, that drunken old witch won't let her deliver a litter of wolfhound pups. And she took us to her own chamber. Poor Lord Robert could not go to bed until Martha was born.
But why are you talking about that now? She's bleeding.
I'd say for a year as bad as this one, we've managed quite well.
You lost your work, and then Martha almost got killed by that pig thief. You call that well?
We're going through hell.
I know. But we're still here for each other, aren't we? Holding together as a family. Us builders aren't carved out of measly wood. Never were.
Expect a lump of granite to come falling from my legs?
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's coming! Help me, Tom! It's coming!
I can see it.
It looks horrible.
He's perfect. A perfect boy. You're still bleeding.
It's all right. It will stop soon. Tom,
Yes?
thank you for being my midwife. Do you remember the night I came to you? In your lodge? When you were working on my father's church?
Of course. How could I ever forget?
I never regretted giving myself to you. Never. For one moment. Every time I think of that night, I feel so glad.
Me too.
I hope you build your cathedral.
I thought you were against it.
Ça sent pas bon parce qu'elle a l'air de faire ses adieux quand même.
But I was wrong. You deserve something beautiful. Build a beautiful cathedral. for me.
Oh.
Papa, what's wrong with her face?
Agnes! Agnes, wake up!
Ouais, ça commence bien. Très classe le générique. J'aime beaucoup l'aspect graphique. Les piliers de la Terre dans les cendres. Prologue. Ce que vous avez fait. Vous voulez que votre cathédrale apporte de l'espoir. Vous avez hésité à accepter n'importe quel emploi proposé par l'évêque. Vous avez eu du mal à aider Agnès pendant son accouchement. Livre 1 dans les cendres. Chapitre 1. Philippe.
The year of our Lord 1135 had come to an end. King Henry of England, son of William the Conqueror, had died. It was a time of poverty and death. In their despair, some had come to believe Christ and all his saints had gone to sleep, and that the pillars of the earth themselves had begun to crumble.
Kingsbridge.
Is there no one to welcome us?
Who goes there? You just crossed the bridge, right? That'll be a farthing for you and a penny for your horse.
Monks and villagers don't have to pay a toll.
Ah, sorry, I'm not good at this. I told Brother Paul. It's not easy doing the Lord's work when you're hungry.
It is not much, but I can share this with you.
C'est un chaussé aux moines. Le tissu sent encore un peu le fromage qui l'enveloppait.
I hope now it will be easier for you to fulfill your duties.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Will you take care of my horse, brother? I've come to see Prior James.
Prior James?
Salut Anthony.
Bells are tolling for.
Comment ça va?
Leave the horse here. I'll get it down to the priory later. Fish should go nicely with that cheese.
What? Why are they ringing the bells?
Don't you know? The devil has come to Kingsbridge.
Ça va, ça va.
The devil has come to Kingsbridge?
Bible de Philippe. Vous pouvez utiliser la Bible de Philippe sur les objets pour savoir que disent les saintes écritures à ce sujet, ou l'utiliser pour les personnages qui discutent de questions de foi. C'est un jeu narratif, ouais, point and click. C'est d'après un livre de Ken Follett, Les Piliers de la Terre. Trouvez le prieur James. C'est une histoire qui tourne autour de la construction d'une cathédrale. Oula, il bouge bizarrement mon personnage. Bâtiment près des champs. Graphiquement, c'est très sympa.
Why is this locked?
When he opened the sixth seal, I looked, and behold, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth. The moon became like blood, and the stars...
Ouais, les animations des fois elles font des trucs un peu bizarres.
as the fig tree sheds its wind.
Mais le style est très chouette, je trouve. Alors dans le prologue, on a donné naissance à quelqu'un, et là on se retrouve dans un petit village. J'ai pas encore compris la transition.
James did, and I did as well. But the Lord says, because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him.
D'après le livre aussi, il y a une mini-série qui est sortie en 2010, mais j'ai pas réussi à la trouver. Elle est passée sur Canal+ et France 3, il y a longtemps maintenant. Et l'auteur du livre a même joué dans la série. Un petit rôle, mais un rôle quand même.
Francis?
For many years, James has been our
Pas du tout.
prior.
Je l'ai pas lu.
After the upcoming election, I vow to lead Kingsbridge Priory with the same steady hand. Amen.
Du coup, l'aventure est découpée en 3 livres, 21 chapitres. Je sais pas si j'irai jusqu'au bout. Si ça me plaît bien, si c'est pas trop lent, je continuerai à partir de samedi.
Philip, we told your brother you'd come to Kingsbridge New Year's Day.
I did not expect to see you here.
I was on my way back to Gloucester and wanted to see you.
A priest working in the world of politics. You must tell us about it, Francis.
Même dans les dialogues, l'animation de la synchro, labiale, des lèvres, c'est pas terrible. C'est une boucle quoi.
I see. How are things in St. John of the Forest, Philip?
Better than here in our mother house, Kingsbridge, it seems. I wanted to use my New Year's visit to talk to Prior James about this.
James did the best he could, Philip. If you had been here, you would know that.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have.
No, you're right, Philip. With a limp hand on the tiller, a ship is blown about at hazard and goes nowhere.
James meant well.
Of course he did. Please, forgive me.
Come by the kitchen later to see us, will you?
Brother Cuthbert seemed upset.
Well, we all are. The way James died was disturbing.
Is that why the novices talk about the devil?
Prior James began mentioning him first. 7 days ago, Brother Remigius found James's room empty. We all looked for him for hours. Then we found his footprints by the bridge and a hole in the ice.
Oh no.
No.
In the small hours of Christmas Day, he must have walked out on the river. We didn't even find his body. The river took him, and the cold.
I will pray for James. See me when you have time, Philip. I will be in the cathedral.
And I should go and see how Brother Cuthbert is doing. It's good to see you, Philip. Maybe things will get better after the chapter elects the new prior.
Hopefully. I will come by the kitchen later, Milius.
Pourquoi Francis est-il venu ici? Et où se trouve-t-il?
So what do you think it means?
Alors, parlez à Francis. Qu'est-ce qu'on a? Pourquoi Francis? Ça c'est l'indice. Ça c'est un objet qui nous permet d'interagir avec les gens.
Brother Marcus said he's taking a beating now once a week. I saw him crying yesterday. Ask him. He should know. Why don't you?
You look like you want to ask me something.
You are Philip of Gwynedd?
Yes, but you can call me Brother Philip.
You see? Told you he wouldn't mind. Yes. Now ask him. How about you ask him? I already asked Brother Andrew. That doesn't count. He wouldn't answer.
If you promise to lower your voices from now on.
Oh, of course. We promise. Brother Milius told us you know the scripture very well. Could you tell us about God's temple?
Voilà.
Brother Andrew wouldn't tell us.
J'espère qu'ils vont pas me poser des questions sur la religion chrétienne parce que j'y connais rien du tout.
If you do something to a cathedral, it would be a sin.
Each of us is God's temple in the way that he created us.
And what if someone does something to God's temple?
The scripture says, if anyone destroys God's temple, God will destroy him.
Even if he destroys his own temple of God?
So for Prior James, there's no salvation as well?
Prior James did not commit suicide.
But no one saw him that night. No one knows.
God knows. God knows what sent him running out onto the ice.
They say the devil was chasing him.
Don't say his name.
I have seen brave men run, for many reasons. Never have I seen the devil. So we should not make room for him, neither here nor in our hearts. All right?
Yes, Brother Philip.
Thank you, Brother Philip.
Alors, est-ce que je peux me balader?
So,
Ici, ça mène à rien.
God's temple.
All of us.
Because
what we have to ask ourselves is, can our Saint Adolphus still protect Kingsbridge in these dark times?
He couldn't protect Prior James. Ever since that lightning struck the cathedral, he wasn't the same.
When you take over my position as sacrist, you should implore the bishop to send us a new relic. By then I'll be sub-prior. The new prior and I will support you in this.
A new relic might also attract more pilgrims.
Philip of Gwynedd, I wanted to talk to you. How dare you disturb Brother Remigius' requiem?
I'm afraid the choir is waiting for me.
Stay, brother. There's no reason you shouldn't hear what Philip has to say for himself.
I was shocked by the prior's death.
We all were. I'm sure at St. John's you're a good prior, but here we adhere to the rules.
You mentioned a new prior.
The election will be held in a few days, when we all convene for the chapter meeting.
Let us continue this conversation later.
Of course. There's a lot of planning for me to do for the upcoming election.
Because God created us in his image. That's why we can all pray to him. We don't need to go to church for that.
Bon, je dois trouver Francis.
Brother Ronaldus, how are you?
Huh? What?
How are you? Are you well?
Oh, Brother Philip. Yes, I am well. It's just that the dead won't stay in the ground.
Oh là, il est mort-vivant.
What?
The dead. It's probably those badgers always digging up the graves.
Ah non. Explication plus rationnelle.
This priory is so much bigger than our small cell in the forest.
Carte de prieuré de Kingsbridge, 1136. Ben voilà. Est-ce qu'on va voir les PNJ dessus? Pont, péage, clairière, village de Kingsbridge, porte du prieuré, cour avant, hôtellerie, cuisine, salle du chapitre, cimetière, crypte, cathédrale, maison du prieur et étable. Ça nous dit pas où on est. On est près des étables, je pense. Alors comment on réaffiche la carte? Document, carte, c'est ça.
There was something. He's right.
Now stop it. Concentrate.
There it was again.
You seem troubled, brother.
They won't sing.
It's Adolphus.
There was nothing, believe me.
I heard him crying in the crypt. I think I heard him too.
No, you are mistaken.
It sounded like a whip, like he was chastising himself. It's the end of days.
Brother Philip, please help me. Prove to them that there is nothing and no one down there.
On va commencer avec la crypte, ok. Alors, ça mène au toit. Francis, on va pas lui parler. Si.
I'm happy to see you, little brother.
It's good to see you too, Philip. Your hair is starting to get a bit grey.
Yours isn't.
C'est étonnant ça.
At least in this one case, I will be the one to boldly
Je sais plus à l'époque médiévale, mais
always been bold.
Le premier frère était militaire, et c'est le second qui était
Francis,
prêtre.
what are you doing here?
King Henry is dead.
I know. Word reached St. John's shortly before I left.
First the king, and now Prior James.
The devil has come to Kingsbridge.
What?
Just something I heard. Something foolish.
And yet, these are dark times indeed. King Henry's death caused quite a commotion in the world of politics. There will be war.
Note de Francis, rivalité pour le trône, première partie. Document. Note de Francis concernant feu le roi Henri, l'impératrice Maud et le roi Stephen. Première partie datée du 1er janvier 1136. De longues années durant, feu notre roi Henri est resté dépourvu d'héritier, nombre de ses proches s'étant noyés en traversant la Manche au cours d'une sombre nuit de 1120. Sa fille Maud avait finalement donné naissance à un fils. La dernière volonté d'Henri fut donc que son petit-fils continue à régner en tant que Henri II, une fois en âge de le faire. En attendant ce jour, sa mère, la fille du roi, régnerait à sa place. Bien qu'étant l'héritière légitime du trône, l'impératrice Maud est perçue sous un jour défavorable par la plupart des suzerains normands. La raison en est le mariage de Maud avec Geoffroy d'Anjou, le pays d'Anjou et le duché de Normandie étant rivaux depuis bien longtemps. Une rivalité qui, ici, en Angleterre, est sur le point de tourner à la guerre, car le cousin de Maud, Stéphane de Blois, vient de traverser la Manche depuis la Normandie, et qu'il s'est emparé du trône par la force.
Only we could stop the suffering.
Maybe we can. I came not just to meet you. I was sent to look for a messenger of my lord, Earl Robert.
Here? In Kingsbridge?
Farmers said the messenger was heading for Kingsbridge 2 weeks ago. The knight was carrying a confidential document that might change the course of the conflict. People here trust you.
Petite musique de
Maybe the monks
suspense.
here know something.
We will find him.
One more thing. No one can know why we're looking for the knight.
Ok, donc il faut trouver des indices, mais éviter d'évoquer le coursier.
No talking. Now we sing.
Are you sure you heard something?
Crypte. On va lui faire un petit tour dans la crypte.
Locked.
Ok, ça c'est fait.
Did you not hear it?
Alors on va prendre... Ah bah ça y est, il chante.
I heard about a knight visiting Kingsbridge.
I don't know what you're talking about. Don't you see I have other problems?
I think I heard it again.
Ok, sympa le mec.
Adolphus.
On peut éteindre les bougies. Je sais pas à quoi ça sert.
Adolphus?
Silence.
No, we are the temple.
Ok, donc là la porte là mène à la cathédrale. Cathédrale, maison du prieur, salle du chapitre. On était au cimetière tout à l'heure par la droite, donc on est dans le petit couloir. On doit être dans le petit couloir ici.
Why cathedrals? Why do we create temples if we are the temple?
Ah, on a des... Quand on appuie sur la touche bas gauche, on a des infos sur ce qu'il y a autour.
It feeds us.
Brothers, have you two heard about a knight visiting Kingsbridge?
The Earl of Shiring was here, and some of his knights.
And many other nobles at Christmas.
It would have been a lone rider, a messenger.
I don't think so.
Oh, ça y est, il a déjà vendu la
If
mèche, quoi.
someone had come to Kingsbridge, Brother Paul would have seen him.
Brother Paul went back out to his toll hut.
I see. Thank you.
Ok, prochaine destination. Le péage.
We are people of God.
Il y a quoi ici? Porte menant à la façade de la cathédrale.
We need to eat too.
Bon, c'est un peu bizarre, mais c'est pas bête. À toutes. C'est un peu bizarre ce déplacement rapide, mais en soi c'est pas si bête que ça. Village. Alors nous on va aller au péage. C'est-à-dire dans la petite hutte là. Ah oui, j'avoue. C'est un émote aléatoire, donc je sais pas comment ça marche.
Brother Paul?
Philip. Ouch.
What's wrong with your foot, Brother Paul?
Oh, just a chilblain. It will ease when the spring comes.
Oh, c'est pas vraiment comme ça que ça marche.
You should have a fire.
It's all right. It's not that cold.
Don't take it lightly. Many will die this winter for lack of food or shelter.
Remigius thinks the Lord is testing us. Only the sinners perish.
No, the poor perish. And those that he has freezing out here.
Don't say anything to Remigius, will you? If he thinks I've been complaining, he'll be displeased.
Have you heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
A knight? Yes. He was just lying by the road, just a mile away from the priory.
Ah mince.
He must have fallen from his horse.
Where is he now?
He died. We buried him in the cemetery.
Did he have a name? Did he say anything?
Oh, he could not speak. But the look in his eyes told me he was afraid.
Il a vu le diable.
I held his hand and prayed with him while he died.
Did the knight have anything with him?
There was a letter. I gave it to Prior James. Remigius will probably burn it with the rest of James's papers. James insisted that all his books and documents shall be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
What? The new prior will need those documents?
Sometimes I wonder if it was because of that letter. A few days later, Prior James fell through the ice. Right here. Philip, maybe I brought a curse on Kingsbridge.
How could a letter bring harm?
The word of God brings salvation. But what if the devil took to writing? What then?
Le chevalier de Francis portait une lettre, elle doit être dans le bureau du prieur. Alors, trouver le bureau du prieur. Carte. Maison du prieur. Ok, on va retourner à la cathédrale. Donc on doit pouvoir passer directement par la cour.
We come together here. The pilgrims donate. So do the nobles.
I see. A temple to feed the temple.
Alors, porte du cloître, porte de la cuisine. Donc si le cloître et la cuisine sont ici, cuisine, cloître, étable, maison du prieur. Donc la maison du prieur, elle doit être par là-bas. On peut marcher vite. Donc la maison du prieur, elle est ici.
I asked not to be disturbed.
Il a l'air très sympa, lui.
I'm sorry I interrupted your service.
You mean Prior James's service?
Quite so. I heard he fell through the ice. Horrible.
Yes. I was the one who found his rosary by the river. Now let me continue my work.
I would like to take a look at Prior James's documents.
And why is that, Brother Philip?
Suspicieux en plus.
Our little cell has given much to the mother house. I would like to ensure that all is accounted for.
So you do not trust us, Philip, is that it?
The state of this priory...
The state of this priory is the concern of the Prior of Kingsbridge.
I still would like to see the prior's documents.
They will be burned tonight.
I heard about that.
It was Prior James's last wish. I'm following his request.
But the new prior will be lost without the ledgers and contracts.
After the election, I'll be the new prior.
For now, you are not. Only the chapter meeting can decide on these matters.
Of course. Brother
Salut,
Andrew will
Runner.
surely understand why you would go against James's last request.
Le sacristain doit convoquer une réunion du chapitre pour sauver les documents du prieur James.
If you really want to be of help, look for Brother Cuthbert's keys. He's getting old, misplacing them all the time.
Elles me serviront sûrement à accéder à la crypte d'ailleurs, c'est clair.
About the chapter meeting.
Oh, talk to Brother Andrew. He will be just as pleased as me to have you around. Now leave.
Le seul truc, c'est que j'ai du mal à retenir qui est qui et qui est où.
Why would Prior James walk out onto the river at night?
He was chased.
Chased? By whom?
The accuser.
But why would the devil be chasing him?
Better to not get involved in all this. Don't you have your own priory cell to run?
Je connaissais pas ce nom du diable, l'accusateur.
You really believe the devil killed the prior?
Some of the brothers do, and I respect their beliefs. May never know what happened, and that's that. Now let me get back to my work.
Ok, je peux même pas explorer un petit peu. Empêcher les documents d'être brûlés. Donc la réunion, elle se déroule au chapitre. Donc il faut aller dans la salle du chapitre.
Yes.
Qui se trouve ici.
And our cathedral.
Brother Andrew.
What is it now?
J'ai l'impression que je les emmerde tous.
We can't allow Prior James's books to be burned.
That, Philip, was Prior James's wish.
This priory is in debt. And without the ledgers and documents, that will never change. Besides, the wisdom in his books is priceless.
It is not up to you to make decisions in this priory, Brother Philip.
Do not domineer over those in your charge, but be an example to the flock.
1 Peter chapter 5. You are right. You shall argue your case in front of the brothers in a chapter meeting today.
Thank you, Brother Andrew.
When I'm done here, I will tell all the monks to come to the chapter house.
Would it help if I went and told some of them?
Feel free to do that. But I insist that the choir finishes practicing before we start. They're already behind schedule.
Ok, donc pas déranger le chœur. Je peux parler à ceux qui sont devant la salle du chapitre. Pour sauver les documents du prieur James, tous les frères doivent être présents à la réunion. Ah, quoique, je peux peut-être les inviter aussi. Ils sont 4 quand même. Alors... Ok, on va prendre ça.
There will be a chapter meeting in a few minutes.
Oh yes, we will be there. Thank you for letting us know.
Ok, donc c'est bon. Est-ce qu'on va aller parler au croque-mort? Il a l'air un peu taré quand même. Ou juste yeux.
Brother Arnaldus, there's a chapter meeting today.
Today, I'll be there. Wouldn't miss that.
Waste of time.
Ok, carrément. Eux, on n'en veut pas.
There was something. He's right.
Je suis curieux de savoir si ça fait quelque chose si on l'éteint tout.
Now stop it. Concentrate.
There it was again.
Brother Andrew has arranged a meeting. Please come to the chapter house.
Yes, we'll come with you. Yes.
No, not until we've finished.
Forcément. Et on va aller parler au grand frère.
The sacrist agreed to a meeting today. That way I might be able to get the letter you were looking for.
Good thinking, Philip. I will attend, of course.
Ok, normalement on a à peu près tout le monde. On pourrait aller récupérer celui qui est à l'entrée, mais bon, ça fait un détour assez long.
Brother Andrew.
The meeting will start once the cantor has finished his work with the choir. Until then, be patient.
Ok, j'ai pas le choix. Alors, on va aller voir celui qui est aussi dans la maison du prieur.
What is it? Can you not see that I'm working?
Ok, lui on n'a pas le choix. Sûrement parce que c'est lui qui amènera les documents. À qui est-ce qu'on n'aurait pas parlé encore? On n'est pas allé faire un tour dans le village pour l'instant. On va aller au pont, voir si on peut convaincre le guetteur de nous accompagner.
There will be a chapter meeting soon.
Ah, thank you for letting me know, Philip. Ah, my foot.
It's too cold for you here.
On peut aller par là. Chemin entre les arbres. Quelques faines que j'ai trouvées. On va essayer de retrouver celui à qui on a donné un morceau de fromage, il peut aussi jouer en notre faveur. Ah. C'est le trou où est tombé James.
I pray for you that when you stand before God, he will look upon you with mercy.
Locked.
Toujours fermé. On va aller faire un tour dans le village.
Hello? I'm sure there was someone moving behind a window, but most houses are empty.
A waste of time.
On va aller voir s'ils ont fini.
I fear the crypt has been locked. Then get the key. Brother Cuthbert should have it.
Ok, en fait il faut que je passe par la crypte. Il faut trouver Culbert. C'est lequel?
I heard it.
Thank you for your help.
There was something.
How could I not help
He's
you?
right.
You're my little brother.
Now stop it. Concentrate.
I knew I could rely on you.
There it was again.
The letter is probably in the prior's room. But the sub-prior is going to burn all of James's documents.
Now we sing.
What? We cannot allow that to happen, do you hear?
Of course not.
I'm sure.
Alors qui est Culbert?
Calm down and concentrate.
Did you not hear it? I think I heard it again. Adolphus.
are still waiting for the cantor. The rest of the brothers will be here in time.
Mais il est relou quoi. Andrew. Il faut trouver Calvert.
Brother Andrew.
The meeting will start once the cantor has finished his work with the choir. Until then, be patient.
Culbert. Je vois pas du tout qui ça peut être. Peut-être qu'il faudrait que je prenne un papier et que je note les noms des frères partout. Frère Paul.
Brother Paul, a word. Have you heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
A knight? Oh, yeah. Yes, just a
Where is he now? Did he have a name?
On l'a déjà vu.
I held his...
Did the knight have anything with him?
There was a letter. Remigius will probably burn it with the rest of James's papers. James insisted that all his books and documents shall be burnt after his death.
On va prendre un papier.
I heard about this. I think that would be unwise.
Sometimes
on va trouver un
I
crayon.
wonder if it was because of that letter. A few days later, Friar James fell through the ice. Right here. Philip, maybe I brought a curse on Kingsbridge.
For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to
On peut pas skip.
Have faith in the Lord.
Thank you, Philip.
On peut pas skip les dialogues. Alors. Donc, au péage, on a frère Paul. On n'a pas vu l'hôtellerie, ni les cuisines. Alors les moines ils ont pas de nom. Lui c'est frère Andrew. Alors, chapitre. On a Andrew.
We ask the rest of the brothers will be here in time.
Ah, peut-être que je dois m'asseoir sur le banc. Ça se trouve c'est juste ça. Non. Dans la cathédrale, on a le chœur, le chantre, chœur, chantre.
Now stop it. Concentrate.
There it was again.
On a aussi Francis. On va essayer de trouver les cuisines ou l'hôtellerie qu'on n'a pas encore vu. Alors, porte du cloître, porte de cuisine. Dans la cuisine, on a Milius. Milius.
Warm yourself by the oven.
Is that Philip? Tell him to warm himself by the oven.
Thank you, Brother Cuthbert.
Ah bah voilà, Cuthbert. Cuthbert. C'est lui qui va avoir la clé.
Ah, wonderful. I always put some extra stones on the stove to warm up water. Put one in your pocket, you'll keep warm.
Oh.
Ah bah voilà. Pour le frère Paul.
Ouch.
Alors je peux pas la prendre comme ça. Prendre le tissu avec le fromage.
Ouch.
Je vais y arriver. La pierre est encore chaude. Idéal pour se réchauffer pendant l'hiver. On va aller l'amener à frère Paul.
I didn't burn my hands, Milius.
I knew you could do it.
Milius, why do you keep a beautiful pot like this around?
Oh, it reminds me that we should strive for order and beauty. I started collecting some seeds and nuts because I wanted to start a new garden.
A good idea.
I never got around to collecting more, though. If you find some, let me know.
Est-ce que ça peut servir?
I found some beech nuts.
Ah, we will grow a beech tree then.
Wonderful.
Et ben voilà.
If we ever get round to starting the garden.
I'm sure you will. Brother Cuthbert.
Ah, we were waiting for you. I hope you brought some of that wonderful cheese you make at St. John's.
Ah, malheureusement, j'en ai plus.
I gave it to one of your novices.
Why would you do that?
He said it's not easy doing the Lord's work when you're hungry.
Greedy brother Marcus.
You are too trusting, Philip.
I'm sorry for how I talked to you about the Priory earlier. It's just that at St. John's we worked hard to become self-sufficient. We have given so much to Kingsbridge, our mother house. And the Priory here is in a horrible state.
Don't you think I know that? Ah. We should be rich. The Priory has much land and collects from many parish churches. But we are in debt. Our novices steal from us, Philip.
The novices are stealing?
Yes. Someone took my keys.
Ha.
Remigius blames me for losing them. But someone used them to steal food from the cellar more than once. Today I found something missing again.
I'm looking for a document that was given to Prior James.
It's probably in the prior's room then.
Let us continue another time, Brother Cuthbert.
Donc il a perdu ses clés, ça c'est pratique. Déjà qu'on peut toujours pas descendre à la crypte. On va l'inviter.
There will be a chapter meeting today.
Excellent. I I can't wait to see you and Remigius quarrel.
Brother Cuthbert?
Do not worry. We are on your side.
There will be a chapter meeting today.
You convinced Andrew? Miracles do happen. We will be there.
Andrew qui est au chapitre, ok.
Hard at work as usual, Milius?
I have to serve salt fish 6 times a week now.
We hear you have fresh fish every day at your cell in the forest.
Every other day we even have poultry.
You have done wonderful work at St. John's, Philip. We, on the other hand, had a weak prior for 13 years. May the Lord rest his soul. What you worked hard for at St. John's is wasted here in the mother house.
After the election, the new prior ought to put things right.
Remigius, put things right.
Maybe we underestimate Remigius.
He's about to burn all the books and documents in the prior's room, including the prior's ledgers.
Remigius says James asked for everything to be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
So I've heard. Without the ledgers, the priory's finances will be beyond saving. Did you see a knight in Kingsbridge?
You mean, aside from the nobles attending the Christmas service? No, I don't remember any knights visiting us.
Prior James had a document I would like to see.
It's probably amongst the things that
Oh no!
He's in the prior's room.
Was no one else nominated?
Only Cuthbert.
I refuse. I'm too old.
Tu m'étonnes.
No one else dares to follow in Prior James's footsteps. Not since he began talking to the devil.
What?
One day he started talking to the devil, as if they were standing side by side. He was bargaining with the devil for his soul, whispering about his sins.
His sins? We'll talk more later.
Ok.
You keep everything nice and tidy around here, Milius?
It's not easy. This morning one of my ladles broke. That's never a good sign. Everything is falling apart.
Ok, on va aller faire un petit tour à l'hôtellerie et après on ira donner la pierre à Paul. On peut pas y accéder apparemment.
Here, Paul.
Oh. Ouch! Oh. A hot stone! Oh. Ah! It's a mercy, Philip. Thank you.
Remigius should give you a fire, or not have you sit here at all.
I don't really mind. Winter is bound to end sometime. Philip, if you ever run into trouble with Remigius, be careful to answer him. Do not stay silent.
Silent?
Nothing makes him angrier than someone who doesn't answer. He becomes weak and defensive. It's not fitting for a sub-prior, let alone prior.
Ok, on a quelques infos supplémentaires. Je peux pas retourner à Saint-Jaune, normal. Bon, on a parlé à tout le monde, normalement. Il y a juste la cuisine, j'ai pas trop... Si, on a trouvé la cuisine, mais on n'a pas trouvé l'hôtellerie. D'ailleurs, c'est bizarre, cuisine, le point est plus blanc que les autres. Est-ce que c'est un indice ou juste un bug d'affichage ?
Waste of time.
Normalement, je devrais pouvoir interagir avec ce truc. Alors, est-ce qu'on va pouvoir commencer ?
Brother Andrew, the meeting will start until then.
Ah, mais relou. Relou. On a toujours pas les clés.
The letter is not around here. Brother Remigius. Waste of time.
Est-ce qu'on a du nouveau à lui dire ici?
I would like to...
And
well, our little... I would... So this...
They will be...
I heard... But...
After...
For now... Only the chap...
Of course.
Le sacristain doit convoquer une réunion du chapitre. Mais ça, je l'ai déjà, ça.
If you really want to,
He's getting...
On sait que les clés ont disparu. Peut-être parler au groupe au cœur. Peut-être qu'ils ont l'info. Pour sauver les documents, tous les frères doivent être présents. Le sacristain doit convoquer une réunion. Et j'ai une nouvelle action du coup. Mais c'est qui le sacristain?
I should talk to Andrew's sacrist instead.
Andrew. Andrew, chapitre. Ok.
We can't allow Prior James's books to be burned.
That, Philip, was Prior James's wish.
This priory is... and without the let... Besides the wisdom...
It is not up to you.
Silence! Your self-indulgence is inexcusable. If you don't see why this priory needs those ledgers, you are a poor choice as a sub-prior. My one and only concern is the well-being of Kingsbridge.
If that is true, I won't stand in your way to argue your case in front of the chapter meeting. When I'm done here, I will tell all the monks to come to the chapter house.
Would it help if I went and told some of them?
Feel free to do that, but I...
Oui, je suis allé trop vite. Il aime pas que je quitte le dialogue. Allez, allez. J'ai cassé le jeu. Ouais, c'est ça, j'ai cassé le jeu.
We are still waiting the rest of...
Brother Andrew,
the meeting will until...
Bah mince alors. La manette ne répond plus. Bon, moi ça va se finir en vrai point and click. Ah, c'est bon. Ça veut dire que j'ai pas réuni tous les frères. Pourtant j'ai parlé à tout le monde.
We are still the rest of them.
Brother Andrew,
the meeting until...
Bon, je sais pas quoi faire. J'ai parlé à tout le monde, je pense.
I believe they have enough.
No talking. Now we sing.
Are you sure you trust me? Yes, I'm sure.
Il faut les convaincre d'aller plus vite en fait.
I fear the crypt has been locked. And get the key. It was nothing. Calm down and concentrate.
When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. In God I trust. I shall not be afraid. What can flesh do to me?
But Adolphus is not of flesh. Oh, God.
I fear the crypt has been locked.
And get the key.
Was again, did you not hear it?
Bon, ça m'avance pas beaucoup.
I think I heard it again.
Philip, have you found something yet?
Not yet.
Bon, je vois pas du tout ce que je dois faire là, en vrai. J'ai parlé à tout le monde. J'ai convaincu tout le monde de venir.
That will not get the chapter meeting.
Je ne sais absolument pas quoi faire.
My hand would fit in there. But why should I soil my sleeve? Reaching in there will not repair these walls.
On va retourner en cuisine. Voir si on n'a pas loupé quelque chose en parlant peut-être des clés.
It's getting cold. When will these novices learn to close the door?
Brother Cuthbert.
Philip.
I will leave you to your work.
On va tricher, hein. Alors, Ken Follett, Pillars of the Earth. Where is the key? Alors, parler avec Brother Paul, parler du chevalier, retourner à l'entrée principale. Il y a un chemin vers le cimetière près du bâtiment. Vous allez voir une paire de novices qui pêchent. Interagissez avec eux. To eavesdrops and learn that Marcus stole. Ah, ok. Donc Marcus a piqué les clés. En fait, il faut parler aux deux pêcheurs.
I will leave you to yours.
On va y arriver, on va y arriver. Marcus, c'est peut-être celui à qui j'ai parlé au tout début. À qui je donnais le fromage. Je pouvais pas les convaincre, mais il fallait que je leur parle en fait.
My father gave the priory a good deal of land to keep me fed. I won't eat salted fish all day. Me neither. Shall we go into the cellar again tonight? Yes, Brother Marcus. You still have old Cuthbert's keys? Indeed I do. I hid them right in the church. Stuffed them in the large crack in the wall. I could do some crack.
Donc pêcheur, on a Marcus. Et un point d'interrogation.
I bet you could.
Un des novices a dit qu'il avait caché les clés de Cuthbert dans une faille de la cathédrale. C'est là où j'étais tout à l'heure en fait, là où j'ai mis la main. Ça y est, on progresse.
The novice said he hid the keys in here. They're here. I have them.
Ok, les clés de Cuthbert permettent d'ouvrir presque toutes les portes.
This brother Marcus really did steal Cuthbert's keys.
On va essayer d'ouvrir celle-là déjà.
I believe the tasks that lie ahead of me are down here.
Ok. Donc forcément, il faut aller dans la crypte.
There are paths the scripture can unlock, but this gate it will not open.
Pourquoi il a pas gardé les clés?
Let's see what we can find. No reason to be afraid.
Une petite araignée.
These old cathedrals are bound to make strange sounds. Thought so. Nothing here.
Ok, on a l'impression de révéler des choses quand on interagit avec.
Have to welcome him. Nothing here. The saint rests in peace. Hello? Go!
C'est quoi ce truc?
What is that? What is that? It's the size of a child. Hello? Go!
Ah, c'est une chouette.
An owl.
Un hibou.
Just an owl. The choir will be relieved to know that. I should tell them.
There is no need to worry, brothers. Adolphus is resting in peace. It was just an owl.
I told you it was nothing.
God bless you, Brother Philip.
I knew I heard something.
Now, be silent, concentrate, and...
Brother Andrew has arranged a meeting.
Yes, please go ahead. We will be there in a few minutes.
No, I'll stay down. I'm not good with them.
Ok, alors quelle porte était fermée à part celle du près du cimetière là? Il n'y en avait pas d'autres, hein. Je pense pas que je puisse passer par là. C'était par ici, je crois. C'est ça, chemin vers le moulin. Message gravé dans le bois. Message gravé dans le bois du vieux moulin, découvert en janvier 1136. Frère, je dois partir. Je n'ai pas trouvé Dieu ici avec vous. La canne de sous-prieur Remigius ne frappera plus mon dos. Jamais plus. J'espère trouver Dieu ailleurs. Thomas, septembre 1134.
has finished singing. The cantor should find time now.
Ok.
Are you ready for the chapter meeting, Brother Philip? If you have any other business to take care of in Kingsbridge, do it now. The meeting could take a long time.
Ok, on avance.
Of course. But there is one more matter I need to address first. We are still looking for the man who stole Cuthbert's keys. Do you know who the thief is?
It was Brother Marcus. I heard him confess to another novice.
Brother Marcus, again. Sub-Prior Remigius will punish him for his transgression. Now, let us begin.
And this is why Prior James's wish must not be honored. Kingsbridge Priory would be beyond saving without financial records.
I think we have all understood the reason for your concern, Brother Philip. But before we come to a decision, let us hear other voices of concern.
I would like to know why you would doubt the wisdom in Prior James's decision.
Maybe you didn't know him as well as we did, Philip. I can say I knew him well. We all here knew him.
I knew him well, and I know he would agree with me.
Philip, you are going too far. I will tell the bishop about this.
Brothers,
let him
quiet.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Let Philip speak.
Oh, heavens. He has a tendency to do that. He lost his temper with me as well.
And with me. Will you lose your temper again now, Philip?
Well, I'm about to.
Shush, Milius.
I owe James much. He was the one who asked me to take care of St. John in the Forest.
One of the most prosperous cells in all of Shiring, if not England.
It was a wise decision, then. But his last wish was not. Well, was it? What are you waiting for? Answer me.
Maybe none of you truly knew Prior James.
Who does he think he is? May the Lord forgive him. He knows not what he is saying.
No. I have taken offense to Philip's words myself today. Sometimes Brother Philip ought to temper his words.
Ça sent pas très bon tout ça.
There is always truth in them.
From some of you, I have heard that the devil walked by the prior's side. That James was followed by the accuser. Tell me, why? Why did he have to suffer?
God was testing Prior James.
I say the devil chased him. Do you doubt that? Do you doubt that, Philip? Surely you must have an answer.
Then, the devil had a hand in his last wish as well.
Yes.
I think it's going to
It must
It's all my fault. Well, I'm not so sure.
The devil? If the devil has come to Kingsbridge, we must cast him out. He has come in the ways of neglect and self-righteousness. Let us look into the books and ledgers. Let us look into the problems that have ailed Kingsbridge for much too long.
Don't need your meddling. Well, I suppose...
How dare
I agree.
suggest that?
Hear, hear.
He is right. We should not make room for the devil.
Neither here nor in our hearts.
The novices would be better advised not to speak up.
Philip is a good man. He was the only one to say I should have a fire. But did he do anything besides talk?
Yes, he brought me a hot stone.
Allez, dans les dents.
That's our Philip. Very well, Philip. But why don't you tell us the real reason you have come before us? You not only came to save these books, you have another motivation, do you not?
My brother is...
Yes, I reminded my brother that Kingsbridge can use help. Look around you. This priory is in a sorry state. Please vote to save the prior's documents from the fire. It's the only way to help this priory.
I say we leave the decision not up to a vote, but to Remigius.
That is against the rules.
Is it? He will be our new prior in a few days. Cuthbert declined, do you not remember?
I remember well. And I say no one in Kingsbridge is better suited for prior than Remigius.
Oh, well, thank you, brother.
That's true.
Hear, hear.
I wonder why Cuthbert declined. Surely not.
That said, there is someone not from our priory.
Philippe,
someone
évidemment.
better suited. I nominate Philip of Gwynedd to be the new prior of Kingsbridge.
I disagree
with that.
That's
yes,
why you're
obviously.
here.
Excellent choice.
No. What about Remigius?
That's surprising.
Great
Probably
idea.
Philip.
Brother Philip, do you accept the nomination?
Andrew, il a vite accepté le truc, quoi.
Thank you for your kind offer, but we would not want to impose on you, Brother Remigius.
Oh, but I insist. I will help you.
No, you really must not. We will see you later. Thank you. We don't have much time. Evening Mass will begin soon.
Should I not have accepted the nomination?
You've never been good at saying no. And Milius is right. Kingsbridge needs you.
What about St. John's?
I will ride there tomorrow. I will let them know you will be staying in Kingsbridge for a few days. Thanks to you, these documents and books will not be burned. Now, we have to find that letter.
You truly think the letter can help prevent a war?
If the message says what I think it says, then yes, I do.
Note de Francis, rivalité pour le trône, deuxième partie. Daté du 1er janvier 1136. Et notre nouveau roi Stephen est soutenu par la plupart des suzerains normands, et même par l'Église. Son jeune frère, Henri, est évêque de Winchester, et l'un des prêtres les plus importants de toute l'Angleterre. Il a fait prêter serment... Pourquoi je peux pas descendre?
Now,
Bon,
let
je
us
peux pas
look for
descendre.
the letter.
Il y avait quelques petits bugs quand même, un peu dérangeants. Oh bah, trop facile. J'ai un peu tourné en rond pour avancer dans l'histoire. Donc je pense que j'aurais pu aller beaucoup plus vite, beaucoup plus loin dans l'histoire. Je sais pas si je vais continuer parce que si j'ai fait que le premier chapitre en 2 heures, ça va être long. C'est pas hyper passionnant non plus, quoi. Disons que tout ce qui est religieux en plus, c'est pas vraiment, c'est pas un truc qui m'accroche, quoi.
No, the letter is still sealed. Break the seal.
Ah, il veut pas, hein. Robert de Gloucester, donnez-moi une date et nous nous tiendrons prêts à faire couler le sang au nom de l'impératrice Maud. Moi et mes alliés chevaucherons contre Stephen de Blois. Nous ne déclarons pas la guerre, mais nous la déchaînerons. Stephen en est responsable depuis le jour où il a trahi la fille du roi Henri. Ah, là c'est Henri avec un I, tout à l'heure c'est avec un Y. Il l'a trahi le jour où il s'est emparé du trône pour qui lui revenait, de même que ceux qui lui ont juré allégeance. Bartholomé, comte de Shiring.
Oh, this is it. You found it.
The Earl of Shiring is about to start a war.
Yes. He's made contact with my own master, Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Who is this King Stephen that has taken the throne?
A nephew of King Henry. Do you ever think of the day our parents died?
Francis, you know I don't like to talk of that.
I know. It's just that I think of them all the time. And I've always blamed King Henry.
En fait, ce sont les enfants du personnage du prologue.
As much as we did in Wales. Philip, you have to show this letter to the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
Why me?
Because you have to. There's no other way. Our late King Henry was opposed to Rome's influence in England. King Stephen, on the other hand, swore to preserve the rights and privileges of the church, and we can help him if you tell the bishop to protect Stephen.
You want the bishop to help the new king, King Stephen?
I want a king who supports the church. I want these dark times to end. I want to stop the Earl of Shiring from starting a war. He could set the whole of England on fire. My lord the Earl of Gloucester can never know what I was doing here. You must not tell the truth about how or where you got this letter. Don't tell anyone I was involved.
C'est louche tout ça.
Do you really think the bishop will help?
Tell him you found the letter by coincidence.
And if he does not believe me, what then?
He will believe you. The question is, will he really try to stop the Earl of Shiring? I will ride to St. John's and tell your monks you will stay in Kingsbridge until the election.
What if the Earl of Shiring finds out what I'm doing? What if the bishop tells him?
Philip, calm down. He is your bishop.
I'm a simple monk. Who am I to talk to a bishop?
Ok, on a terminé cette partie du livre. Ce que vous avez fait, vous avez aidé Francis à découvrir une conspiration contre le roi. Vous avez été nominé pour devenir le prieur de Kingsbridge. Vous avez accepté de rencontrer l'évêque. Vous avez dénoncé frère Marcus pour son vol. Vous avez donné une pierre chaude à frère Paul pour soulager sa douleur. Remigius vous méprise toujours. Vous avez trouvé un message dans le moulin. Et vous avez trouvé des faines pour le jardin de Milius. Ça fait long, hein. Après ils disent 16 heures de jeu. Il y a 21 chapitres. On va voir si l'histoire évolue un petit peu, mais si c'est toujours aussi passionnant, je pense que je m'arrêterai là. Chasser pour avoir de la nourriture. Sonne, donc le fils de quelqu'un. Alors le premier, en fait, si j'avais trouvé les clés dès le début, ça aurait été beaucoup plus vite. Un lance-pierre. Le truc, c'est qu'il nous plonge dans des chapitres, ça a pas trop de sens en fait, on sait pas trop ce qui se passe. En même temps, si j'espérais tuer un chevreuil avec une fronde... Peut-être s'il arrive à l'assommer. Ah bah voilà.
Yes.
My name is Jack. For a long time, it was the only name I had known.
Ah là où
I
on
was
nous
born
introduit.
and raised in a cave by my mother. We were used to getting by, but that year the winter had been harsh. I was proud to have killed my first deer that day. And while waiting for Mother to help me cure it, I decided to practice my reading.
The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain. The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain. Before him, not a single fort remains.
Afternoon was approaching fast, and Mother still hadn't returned. So, if I wanted to cure the meat,
C'est sympa d'avoir ce narrateur aussi.
Else it would all go to waste.
Fumer la viande. Bientôt je connaîtrai cet endroit par cœur.
There he is. Charles the Great, protector of my town. You're coming with me.
Charles le Grand, fabriqué par maman. Arc. C'est un document, l'arc d'Hélène. Hélène et Jack disposent de toute une variété d'armes à courte et à longue portée dans leur demeure. Ensemble, ils mènent une vie de hors-la-loi, en dehors de la société et de la protection de la loi. Un arc peut ainsi devenir un outil inestimable, aussi bien pour chasser que pour se protéger. La plupart des hors-la-loi ont été à un moment donné accusés d'un crime pour lequel ils n'ont pas été jugés. Ils n'ont pas pu être jugés. D'après la loi, tous leurs contrats, droits et propriétés sont alors annulés. Les hors-la-loi n'ayant aucun droit, n'importe qui peut leur faire du mal, ou bien les capturer pour les livrer. Ainsi, nombre de hors-la-loi survivent cachés et se tournent vers une vie de brigandage.
I can't eat it raw. I need to cure it. Meat goes bad fast.
Ok, du bois que maman a coupé l'automne dernier. On va le mettre dans le feu.
Good. It's warmer. Now I need some wet wood to make it smoke properly. Huh? What's
Un
that?
bébé? C'est quoi ce bruit dans la forêt? C'est un bambin? Oh bah c'est... on retourne au prologue du coup.
Good. He hasn't seen you.
A whip. That's what he is. A whip. That means he's someone bad. I told you about people like him, remember? Is he a priest? Almost. He's a monk. Although not an ordinary one. Maybe an official for someone important. I don't like this one bit.
He looks nice though. He's smiling.
Listen, Cub. I am sorry. I know there's so much you want to know about the world out there, but for now, you must stay hidden. And never trust a man of God. Least of all his compassion, you'll either end up in a monastery or at the gallows. Get down.
Easy now, it's just someone little. No
Donc Francis, c'est celui à qui on vient de parler. Qu'est-ce que c'est Philippe qu'il a dans les bras?
Follow him. You go home and wait for me, little cub.
Ça commence à s'imbriquer. Une vallée du bois mouillé. Donc on sait pas où sont passés le frère et la sœur. Le père non plus. Un tissu taché de sang. Quelque chose a été enterré ici. C'est la mère du coup. La mère du prologue.
Mother? What's that mound over there? I should take a look.
Oh. Il va regarder ce qu'il y a dessous.
No, I won't abandon him. We are fighting side by side now.
Ah, le voilà.
Don't move.
Ça c'est le frère.
Thief in Salisbury, we can kill you too. Bloody outlaw. Where's the baby? Did you eat it?
I don't have the baby.
Right. What's this?
Give it back.
What do you want with this? You can't read.
Give it back.
Leave the boy be, Alfred.
Le père et la sœur.
He took the baby. I saw him take Mother's cloak. He's the only one around. Who else would have taken it?
Wolves.
A monk took it.
A monk?
Yes, on a horse.
Is that true? Where did he go?
He should take us there.
Leave him alone. He's just a boy.
What is your name, boy?
Jack.
Do you live in these woods, Jack? Then you know this place better than us. Please. I don't know why I left the child. I thought I couldn't take care of him alone, but I cannot leave him to die either.
Quelle horreur. Il était pas tout seul en plus, il avait 2 enfants.
Will you help us? You're a good lad. I owe you.
If you want your silly book back, you better keep your word.
Voilà.
For now, I had no choice. The girl was sobbing, while her father remained tense but quiet. The boy kept on pushing me, which confused me greatly. I had never been hated before. If I had any plans of getting away, it would be like hunting deer. I had to stay sharp until the others forgot to be.
Suivre la piste du moine. Ah, il est allé. Alors, je peux rien faire, bizarre.
The monk had crossed a small stream, or he had followed its course north, which would have led him towards the next village. Either way, the tracks ended at a riverbed as evening was fast approaching. The big man looked at me. "Which way, boy?" he asked. But I could only guess. The stream led us to a more convenient crossing. Here, one could easily pass without getting drenched in icy water. Suddenly, the boy called out. He had spotted something on the other bank. A set of fresh hoof prints. He laughed triumphantly as our eyes locked. So, we crossed the river, the boy cheerfully mocking my skills as a tracker.
C'est une fausse piste.
What is it?
He got us lost.
Did you?
Bien sûr que non.
Papa, I'm tired.
That's all right. Come on, up on my shoulders you go.
No, I'm too heavy, and you're too tired anyway. I will remain steadfast.
You should all get some rest. Alfred, stay here with them while I take a look ahead.
No, don't go.
I won't be far, dear. Besides, you can do me a favour while I'm gone. Have an eye on the lads and make sure they get some sleep, all right?
All right.
See? You are steadfast. I won't be long.
You stay where I can see you while my sister rests. And no tricks.
Ok, je pense qu'on va pouvoir s'arrêter là. Je suis pas spécialement sensible au point and click en général. Surtout que là, c'est pas hyper passionnant, mais après, c'est sûrement dû à ma sensibilité. Je suis pas sensible à cet univers trop médiéval, en plus avec des chrétiens. On y parle beaucoup de religion au départ. J'ai pas mal tourné en rond, j'ai perdu beaucoup de temps à essayer de comprendre comment tout ça fonctionnait. Tout ça parce que je suis passé à côté d'un groupe de prêtres avec qui j'avais essayé d'interagir pour les convaincre de venir à la petite fête pour décider quoi faire des documents, s'il fallait les brûler ou non. Et en fait, j'ai pas parlé avec eux. J'aurais dû parler avec eux parce que ça m'aurait débloqué beaucoup plus tôt ce petit couac, quoi. Je sais pas si je vais continuer. Là, j'avoue que le début de ce nouveau chapitre, il y a quelques petites mécaniques qui renouvellent un petit peu le genre. On commence à comprendre l'histoire et c'est pas mal. Alors il faut attendre quand même chapitre 2 pour que les différents éléments s'imbriquent et créer un fil, un vrai fil conducteur. Donc c'est un petit peu long. On est un peu projeté dans le premier chapitre sans trop comprendre ce qui va se passer. Donc j'ai bien fait de continuer parce que je vois qu'il y a quand même un sens dans tout ça. Mais voilà, c'est pas un pur kiff. Peut-être que je continuerai un peu, je sais pas, hors stream ou en stream, histoire de voir ce que donne l'histoire. Parce que quand même il y a 21 chapitres, donc il y a quand même un gros boulot derrière. Ça serait étonnant que ce soit vraiment pourri jusqu'au bout, quoi. Alors après je dis pas que c'est pourri, c'est juste que voilà, je suis pas très sensible à l'histoire, je la trouve pas spécialement intéressante. Donc à voir ce que ça donne par la suite. Persévérer un tout petit peu, puis voir ce que ça donne, et si ça marche toujours pas, ben on laisse tomber. Voilà.